Hey everybody, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I put up a vlog, but today I decided to come down on my break and come out on stage and get to see the magical sights that is Future World. So as you can see, there's Space Mountain in the back, Tomorrowland Speedway right behind me. The Astro Orbiter is down right now, but it's up there somewhere. We got the People Mover up and running, as you can see the cart going by for that. Plenty of people out here on this bright and sunny day here at the Magic Kingdom. But I wanted to get down to some topics from my vlog. I know it's been a while since I've done anything for the vlog, but I figured I'd give you guys an update on what's going on in my life. So right now I'm just dealing with a lot of stress management. Lots of things have been going on at work, like a lot of hours, and by a lot of hours I mean like 35 to 40 hours a week. At least that's what I'm trying to get anyway. Trying to get enough money to pay for all sorts of different things as well. So on top of that, just trying to work around with roommates and stuff, trying to get friends to hang out, all sorts of different things. So it's been stressful, but I'm trying to deal with that as best as I can. The best way for me to be able to do that is to go out to the parks by myself and have a good time. And that's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been going out to the parks a lot and just trying to find new things that I haven't already done. I know I went with a couple of co-workers the other day. We went to Epcot. I went and saw Captain EO, which is the Michael Jackson film that they have there. Went and saw Ellen's Universe of Energy, which that was pretty cool. That exceeded my expectations, which were zip to notch. Other than that, it's just been trying to hang out with friends and co-workers and trying to be away from the roommates. Some of you might be asking why staying away from the roommates, since I live with them all the time and I get to see them, and why wouldn't I want to hang out with them more? Well, it kind of all started back at the beginning of July. We had two of my roommates self-term, which meant that they pretty much cut their program so that they wouldn't have to do it anymore. As soon as they self-termed, they had to move out. So we were stuck with 6 roommates in an 8-person apartment, and we needed to get 2 more roommates. Well, we weren't going to find our own roommates. That's the job of the Chatham Square. That's the job of the Disney housing apartments. So they went and found us new roommates. We got 2 new roommates we got 2 new roommates in Victor and Diego. They're both from Madrid in Spain. They're pretty cool so far. I haven't had much of a chance to hang out with them, but for the most part they seem really nice and really cool. But since they left, one of the guys that moved out, Alex, he was someone that I could really sit down and talk to about different things, and he was someone that I trusted a lot to actually talk to about different things. And since he left, things have kind of gotten a little out of control for my taste. Josh and Xavier have kind of taken over the party scene for the apartment. Josh is the big partier, while Xavier, who's Josh's roommate now, he kind of hangs out a lot with Josh and does the things that Josh does, so he follows Josh a lot. And Josh is a big instigator. He likes to do different things that will push you to your limits on what you think is right and wrong. And I'm trying my best not to let him bug me, but it's really pushing me to my limits. So Dan won't talk to me. I don't know why, but he just won't. Devin won't talk to me, but that's for different reasons that I probably shouldn't be talking about on here. Let's see. Yvonne will talk to me, since he's my roommate, my actual roommate. But he's really quiet. He doesn't really talk much about anything. So as nice as it is to talk to him about stuff, he just doesn't talk a lot about different things. So So, and I haven't had much chance to talk to Victor and Diego about different things, and there's a language barrier with them because they're fluent Spanish people, and so I mean it's become hard to connect with my roommates a lot, and I feel like the one that's been outed out of the whole group. It's just been really stressful for me, and I've been trying to find friends outside of work, and to be honest, it hasn't really worked out that well. Not a lot of people that I know outside of the people that I work with, and it's been pretty stressful. But I mean, we got a new group of DCPs that came in at the beginning of the month. They're starting to go through their training and everything, and housing is holding a lot of different welcoming events. So as soon as the next one comes around, which is next week, I believe, I'm definitely going to be going to that so I can meet new people to hang out with and have some new friends outside of work. I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing to not hang out, or to hang out with people from work. They're really nice and I love them, but I see them all the time, and it's one of those things where I love them, but at the same time I don't want to see them outside of work. And I'll see them outside of work from time to time because I've gotten really close to them, but it's nice to have other friends to hang out with as well. So that's what I'm planning on doing next week, is just going to meet a couple new people at the housing event. Hopefully I can meet some new friends and have some new people to hang out with a lot more. But with this whole roommate situation, a few nights ago it ended up breaking me down to my limit, and for the first time ever I got homesick, and it never happened to me when I was away at college. It hadn't happened to me when I went on field trips for a long period of time. I've never gotten homesick in my life. I've always wanted to be away from home. But for the first time I got homesick because I missed friends and family that I know I can talk to about everything. They're people I know I can trust, and I can talk to them about things that I wouldn't normally talk to about with other friends. And I don't have anybody like that down here. The last person that I could actually talk to was Alex, and he's self-termed. So I called my parents, trying to see what was up with them, and I explained to them that I had gotten a little bit homesick. I mean, it's been stressful, but at the same time I'm trying to work through it. I'm calling friends from back home, trying to talk to them about different things, because I really miss my friends back home, and I really do miss them because I want to be able to talk to people about different things, and haven't found anyone to trust down here. I like the face-to-face conversation instead of over the phone. So fortunately I only have 4.5 months left, as long as that seems. I'm trying to push through it, trying to make my way through this program as fast as I can. Within the next week I'm going to start looking for jobs. I know I really want to get into professional baseball. So the teams that I applied for internships, sorry about that, the teams I applied for internships with back at the beginning of the year, the end of last year, I'm going to be contacting again and seeing if internships will be available for the 2015 season, as well as positions in the organization, because I would really like to start my career pretty soon since I'm graduated and everything. So that's where I'm at right now. Oh, speaking of graduation, I officially finished my last paper, my last undergraduate paper for the internship. So now I am officially done with my internship, which is awesome. So at least for the school part of it, not the Disney part of it. I still have until January to finish out the internship here, but as far as Aquinas College is concerned, I am officially done with all my credits. I have graduated, and the grade should be in pretty soon. Hopefully it's 3.5, that way I can have it on my degree that I graduated with honors. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that gets turned in the next week, and I will be sure to let everyone know here on the blog and vlog. So in terms of work's been really good so far. I mean, it's in spite of working the long hours, it's been a lot of fun. Exhausted lately, but that's because the summer heat is starting to die down a little bit, and by die down I mean it's going down probably a degree a day. So like today it's absolutely miserable out here. It's bright and sunny and humid and hot, and I'm sweating like a pig, and it's ridiculous, but I'm managing to get through the heat. Hopefully the weather will die down a little bit in the next couple months, which I know it will according to other people that have worked here longer than me. So I wanted to share some magical moments. I was working alongside one of the crosswalks during the fireworks, during the Wishes fireworks spectacular, and I had a little girl come up to me. She was looking at me and she said hi. I said hi back. I was really ecstatic to say hi to her. She was like, "I like your hat." And the hat that I wear is it's a straw hat, or it's made to look like a straw hat. And so I pulled off the hat and let her look at it, and I was like, "Oh wow, thank you. I made it myself." And she kind of smiled and giggled, and she turned her head away, and the mom's sitting there comforting her, and the mom looks around at me and she's like, she's blushing, just so you know. It got a kick out of me, and I started laughing like crazy. But I was glad I was able to make that little girl's day by saying that. So I also had another family that came up to me. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last blog or not. I might have, I don't remember, but I'm saying it anyway. The two kids had 2 Stitch plush dolls, and they were playing around with them, so I came up to them. I was like, "Those Stitches are so cool." And they were playing around with me, and they were talking to me about my job and everything, and I let them try on my hat, and I was parade escort that night, so I had my Mickey gloves on, so they got to try on the gloves, and they enjoyed that a lot, and the parents really enjoyed seeing their kids smile. So I also had an intellectual conversation with a little boy. He was, I don't think he was American, because he had a little bit of an accent. It sounded more French than anything, but I'm not certain. He was having an intellectual conversation with me. He was asking about my job, why I applied here, what made me want to work here at Disney and parade audience control, how he can sign up. And granted, this kid's only like 7 or 8 years old, and he's asking me all these questions, so I was like, I'm trying to sit there answering his questions to the best ability that I can, while making it a little bit simple for him to understand. Those were the fireworks, sorry about that. But it was really interesting talking to him about that stuff. And last but not least, there was one more magical moment. I don't know if it was magical for her, but it was pretty darn funny for me. I was talking to a Hispanic woman, and she was talking to me, and I was sitting next to a stone pedestal over at the Rose Garden for fireworks viewing for Fast Pass and everything, and this huge tree frog jumps onto the pedestal, and granted, this thing's probably about that big. It's pretty decent size, like baseball size. It jumps up. She didn't notice it. I noticed it. So I was looking at it a little bit, and I kind of looked away, still talking to her, because I didn't think it was going to do anything. And all of a sudden, this frog jumps onto her hair, and I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that just happened. And the frog immediately jumped off as soon as it got onto her hair, and it hopped away a little bit. She was left, put her head down so that her hair was kind of hanging down, trying to scrub her hair out, trying to get the frog out and everything, and I'm sitting there laughing. Everyone there is laughing, so we all thought it was humorous. She started laughing after that, so I didn't feel as bad laughing at her for it. But it was pretty funny, and we were able to get her settled in with everything that she needed, so that was good. Lastly, I got two concerts that one that I've been to and one that I'm going to in September. I went to a Jesse McCartney concert in the beginning of August. I wasn't expecting to go to that, but one of my friends wanted to go, and she said tickets were 18 bucks on Groupon, so I got her and I tickets to go see Jesse McCartney. It's actually a pretty good concert, I'm not gonna lie. He did pretty darn good, and she enjoyed it a lot, so I was really happy that she got to enjoy the concert, and I enjoyed seeing her smile. So but I've never ever heard more teenage screaming girls in my life. I'm pretty sure for the first 5 minutes of the concert, my ears just went out. I couldn't hear. But as the next concert that I'm going to is in the middle of September, going to see Coheed and Cambria at the House of Blues. So I'm really excited to go see them. One of my favorite bands. They're going to be playing their second album in its entirety at the concert, which is absolutely awesome. So I can't wait to hear In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3 in full during the concert. And I got a special t-shirt for the concert. I got it off of Amazon. It's a Coheed and Cambria t-shirt with one of their song titles on it, Domino the Destitute, and it's got him on the bottom and everything, so really cool, and it's got their logo in the back. I'm really excited to go see this concert, so that'll definitely be a highlight of my month in September. Looking forward to October as well. We've got Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween coming around the corner at the beginning of September, and we've also got my aunt, uncle, cousins, and grandma are coming down to Disney World to visit me. It'll be my grandma's first time coming down, so I'm ready to make sure that her vacation here is probably the best one she's ever had in her life. So I'm really looking forward to staying with them at the Art of Animation Resort, getting to go around the parks and seeing different things with them. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see what our vacation holds. Looks like I'm getting up there in time for my video, for my vlog, so I'm just gonna stop right here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves back home, wherever you may be. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon in January, and I'm looking forward to the next 4.5 months, seeing what the future will hold for me here. I will definitely be updating my blog as much as possible. With work and everything, I'm trying to update it as much as possible. So until next time, trying to figure out a dumb quote that I can use. Just remember that when you come to Walt Disney World, the 9 o'clock parade starts at 9 o'clock, and the 11 o'clock parade starts at 11 o'clock p.m. each and every night. So just remember that. But for now, that's it. So hope to see you guys soon, and hope you're having a good time back home. All right, bye.